Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you are joining. It's great to be with you in this new year. I hope that you've all had a beautiful and restful start to the new year. And if you haven't, that's okay too. We never can know what's ahead of us, right? But it's all in how we manage the circumstances as we go. And maybe you have set an intention. I know the new year always brings a focus on new beginnings and fresh starts. And there's also sometimes endings that come with new beginnings, right? We can't have a new beginning without an ending. So perhaps you have decided or resolved to do something differently this calendar year, or maybe you've declared that something or someone or some place no longer serves you, perhaps a habit or a relationship, a way of being, and maybe that inspires you to make a shift in your life. And that's what your focus is. I know that what is true is that beginnings can be anytime, anywhere. So just because January 1st rolls around and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do at the start of the new year and setting all their goals, doesn't mean that you have to. You can decide what is right for you. And so, one thing that has occurred to me, I think for the last couple years, but continues to drive my relationship with January 1st is paying attention to my impulses. And if I feel that January 1st is a great time to set an intention or to change a habit or let a relationship go or whatever it might be, then I do it. And if January 1st doesn't resonate for me, then I don't. Um, what I will say is this year, January 1st brought an impulse for me, which is to set another intention, pick a word. That is my intention through the year. And this year it was presence. I've decided that one thing that for me, I tend to be very much in my head when I'm trying to make decisions or craft a way forward. And what I'm going to do this year is pay more attention to the present moment and not let the calendar define me so much and define what it is that I want to do. But really to pay attention to my impulses or my feelings in the moment and let myself be guided from that place. And we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'll be checking in with you throughout the year, but yeah, as it stands right now, it felt really I had a really strong feeling, I think, on the 1st of January that led me to say, yeah, I think presence is my word this year. So if you are short on inspiration this new year, or even if you aren't, I thought I would start today with some of my favorite quotes about the new year. There's so much wisdom to be heard and felt through all of the writings that mystics and meditation teachers and religious leaders have shared through the years, the centuries. And I just wanted to pick a couple to read for you today. So I'm going to begin with John O'Donohue. He is an Irish poet. He says, though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning. That is at one with your life's desire. Lao Tzu says, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. George Eliot, it's never too late to be what you might have been. And Bob Proctor says, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And I'll end with Thoreau. I learned this, at least by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. In proportion as he simplifies his life, the laws of the universe will appear less complex, and solitude will not be solitude, nor poverty, poverty, nor weakness, weakness. And one simple way that I think about beginning again or bringing fresh life to our life if we feel stagnant is through the breath. So, as we get started today, what I'd like to do is invite you to come into a comfortable seat and find a place that allows you to be both alert and relaxed as we turn our attention inward into the breath. And we'll be meditating today for about 20 minutes. And as always, I will keep track of the time. So as you settle into stillness, I invite you to put a blanket on or find a comfortable cushion. Find that comfortable seat and begin to deepen the breath, drawing fresh air in through the nose and releasing any stale air through the nose or mouth. Allowing the mind and the body, the nervous system to settle. And coming into presence, into stillness. And as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth, tune in to this exchange that's happening. This cycle of beginning again with fresh breath and oxygen, and this release of stale breath, CO2. And with each of these breaths that you take in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth, there's this beginning and this ending. And throughout this beginning and ending, this cycle, noticing that there's stillness. And whatever's happening with the breath in this moment, there is this stillness. And as you settle into this stillness, tune in to the surface beneath you. Your feet on the ground or beneath you. Your hands resting in your lap or at your sides. And the gentle ease of the breath moving in and out of the body. You might tune in to the sounds around you. Noticing sounds that are perhaps frequent or infrequent, pleasurable or not. Refraining from any judgment about the meaning or the type of sounds that you notice. Simply tuning in to the quality of the sounds. Perhaps noticing the sounds that are constant, sounds that arise in the stillness and fall away, like my voice. You might notice any places inward in the body as you draw your attention to different places in the body where you might feel ease, tension, noticing as the breath moves through the body where it might go, whether to the belly, the lungs, perhaps the nostrils and the mouth. And perhaps if you have spaces in the body where you have tension, where things feel a little crunchy, perhaps for a few breaths and a few moments, consciously directing your breath to those places in the body. Bringing new beginnings and fresh energy to any places that feel stuck, painful, tense. And as you continue in this space of bringing intention, fresh start to places in the body where your attention is drawn, notice how all parts of the body are interconnected. Notice how perhaps beginning again in one part of the body impacts another. Perhaps bringing fresh oxygen and intention to your lower back releases something in your neck. All parts are interconnected. Returning your attention to the breath as it moves through your nostrils in and out. Each breath a new beginning. Each breath an ending. A hello and a goodbye. Releasing the old and welcoming in the new. I invite you now to spend a few moments offering a farewell to anything that you'd like to say goodbye to. Might be people, might be habits, might be things in your home, or even aspects of yourself. And as you sit here with each new breath, welcoming in or releasing whatever no longer serves you. Moving your attention now to the heart space. I invite you to see or feel or imagine the breath moving in and out from this center point of your body. And appreciating all the ways that you've been blessed this year. Perhaps tuning in to experiences that have helped you grow, loved ones who've supported you throughout the year. Perhaps calling to mind experiences that have helped you grow or challenge you. Your community, and perhaps calling in appreciation for Mother Nature and all of her stunning wisdom and beauty. Moments of joy, freedom, abundance, well-being, whatever arises for you, count them as blessings, all of them. I invite you to consider yourself now and all the qualities that you called into being over this past year, whether resilience, courage, your ability to be patient and kind, compassionate, whatever is true for you, any quality that you might have brought forth that has helped you grow and evolve this past year. Encourage you to consider any of those qualities now and really appreciate yourself for all that you've been through this past year. As you look toward the new year or toward this beautiful day ahead, this week ahead, call to mind your intention. And if you set a resolution, bring that to mind now. And as you sit here with each new breath, each beginning, each release, welcome that intention or that resolution in, allowing it to circulate throughout your entire being, noticing how it feels, any sensations that come to mind in the body, anything that you notice, allowing it to be exactly as it is. without judgment. And we'll rest in this space for a few minutes and I'll keep track of the time. Trust the energy that courses through you. Trust. Then take surrender even deeper. Be the energy. Don't push anything away. Follow each sensation back to its source in vastness and pure presence. Emerge so new, so fresh that you don't know who you are. Welcome in this season of monsoons. Be the bridge across the flooded river and the surging torrent underneath. Be unafraid of consummate wonder. Be the energy and blaze a trail across the clear night sky like lightning. As our meditation draws to a close, I invite you to gradually deepen the breath. Perhaps bring a gentle wiggle to your toes or fingers. And taking your time to return to the space around you. There's no rush. You might gradually bring some larger movements back into the body. Perhaps stretching into the space around you or moving your shoulders, shifting your feet and your legs a bit. And for one more moment before you open your eyes or come back into the space of doing in your day, I welcome and encourage you to bow your head and draw your hands to your heart space for just a moment, tuning in to what this feels like in this moment, this sense of stillness, non-doing, this sense of being. Whatever is happening in the world around you, whatever is to come in your day, being in this place and recognizing that this still space, this calm is available to you always. And I bow my head in gratitude to each and every one of you. And I thank you so much for being here with me today. Namaste. We'll see you next time.